pal Heather from the Fort St. John North Peace Museum. How's it going today, Heather?
Good, you?
I'm doing very well. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining me. You've got this wonderful event coming up at the Fort St. John North Peace Museum this Friday. Tell us all about it, please.
So this is our first kids' night of the year. So this one is all about one-room schools. So we'll be talking about one-room schools over the past 100 years, from the first school in Taylor to one-room schools that existed rurally in the 50s and 60s in the North Peace. So we'll be talking about the challenges of going to school or setting up a school, what it was like to be a teacher or a student, fun things like recess, and all sorts of things. And then we'll be having a story. We're going to read Singing in the Dark by Carolyn Woodward about her travels to catch the school bus in Cecil Lake area.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll have a whole bunch of different activities.
Yeah, I think I saw one of them. Tell me if I'm wrong. One was like essentially using an inkwell, I think, which is kind of how you did your homework essentially back then.
We're gonna teach kids how to use pen and ink. So yeah, there are challenges in terms of how you hold your pen, and we'll have tablecloths and everything in case the ink bottles fall over.
Would you suggest then maybe wearing old or dark clothing to this just in case?
Yeah, it's not a bad idea, certainly. We set it up so that really the ink bottles stay in a aluminum foil kind of pan, so if they spill, they're not going to spill all over anyone.
Now, is this, you kind of talked about the activities and whatnot. Just out of curiosity, is this like, there's going to be some, and I'm going to say it wrong, but like acting going on where somebody is going to act like a teacher at the time? Or is it more like, as you say, kind of guided, kind of informational, sort of, this is what it was like, try this, try that?
Yeah, so the activities are going to follow the main presentation. So one activity we're going to do as a group, we're going to go on a mouse hunt around the museum, because certain schools did have to hunt mice, so they didn't eat their school books and so on. And then the other activities you do on your own. So by our schoolhouse exhibit, we have a kind of search and find, or match the old things and the present things. Mm-hmm. And then we'll have everybody gets a puzzle to do to kind of put together a picture of our schoolhouse. There's a pen and ink activity, and then there's some crafts, making bookmarks and apples.
Very cool. Now, I did see that this is kind of a limited space sort of thing, and it is a ticketed event, so you kind of have to buy your tickets in advance and be ready, hey?
Yes, so we still have lots of space at the moment. It's $5 per kid or $10 max per family. Parents are expected to come with their kids or grandparents, but they don't count towards the price of admission.
Okay, so you're just paying for the kids. And then how do you get the tickets? Where do you get them?
You can stop by the museum, 932 300th Street. We're open all this week, 9 to 5. Or you can call on Friday last minute, and we might be able to set aside a ticket for you if we still have room.
Okay. And yeah, so, and again, it's this Friday night. It starts at 7, I believe.
That's correct.
Excellent. All right. Well, it sounds like an awesome, fun thing to do with the kids this Friday night at the the Fort St. John North Peace Museum. Make sure you get your tickets ahead of time, though, as this will likely be all full up if you try and get tickets for the last minute. Anything else you want to say there, Heather, before we wrap things up here?
It's lots of fun, so come on down, and we have some other events I'll share later towards the end of this month coming up.
Awesome. Well, Heather, it's always nice to chat with you. Thanks for doing this.
Thank you.
This community interview is supported by your Member of Parliament, Bob Zimmer. Stop by his office in Fort St. John at 9916 100th Avenue and in Dawson Creek at 105.